How you doing? What's going on? It's Kid Friday. It is show number 235. We do this show because you are a kid in a digital world. And I'm going to mention some potential topics that we'll be talking about. Don't hold me to it. But some interesting stuff. Number one, if you are a musician of any kind, you play guitar, saxophone, whatever, I don't know. I'm going to give you a little tip that you may not know on how to get a pretty good deal. New AirPods coming out. Ooh, Apple announced some new AirPods. Speaking of Apple, if you have an aunt, uncle, grandma, grandpa, mom, dad, whoever is and or was in the military, for a limited time, Apple is going to give them a discount, and we'll tell you about that. And so that's one more thing to kind of push it through for the holidays. You know, it's like, I'd like this. Plus, you can get, I'll tell you about it. All right. It's amazing, but Amazon is playing nice with Apple on something, and we'll talk about that. Amazon opening up stores with cashier-less checkout. Not quite the same as you do at the store. Okay, so and I have more. I have more. We're going to hold off because I hate to say stuff that we're going to talk about, and we end up not talking about it. So I'm going to squish over here, and I'm going to do the countdown. I'm just going to get this show rolling because we're going to do it. Ooh, this is fun. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hit it, hit it, hit it. Oh!
Let's get this party started.
Yeah, I'm a kid. I love computers. I have an iPod. I'm a gadget freak. I like to play with my display. I do it every day. I have awesome technique. Yeah, I'm a Kid Friday. I love this stuff, can't you see? Yeah, I'm a Kid Friday. I'm a kid who's in love with technology. Kid Friday.
Kid Friday brought to you by Story Cub Video Picture Books. It is story time anytime, wherever you may be, whether you're in the car, in the condo, in the, condo. If you're in, and by the way, well, it doesn't matter. No matter where you are, it's story time, and it's so cool. Do you remember when you were in kindergarten and they had story time? I volunteered to read a story for the kids at kindergarten, and I went in there, and the teacher said, "Hey, it's story time," and they all raced across the room, and they tried to get the best spot on the floor because it was story time, and I was all excited because I'm like, wow, they came to see me. No. Has nothing to do with me. They could care less. It was story time. That's why. With that said, Story Cub features real people on screen reading a story to you mixed in with some awesome book illustrations. There are so many different video picture books available, and Cubby TV, the whole thing. It's story time all the time. And what else can I say? Go to storycub.com. Check it out, all right? You can also find it in iTunes podcasts, and recommend Story Cub to all your friends, neighbors, and when's cookie time for, I was just thinking that the other day. When the Girl Scouts start selling those Thin Mints? I don't know. I was thinking of the Thin Mint. Anyway, okay, so Story Cub. See how we get off track? It is story time all the time. Viewed in over 200 countries. Story Cub, thanks for being a sponsor of Kid Friday. All right, so what are we talking about? Oh, okay, so before, okay. see here, here's how it goes. Before I started out talking about anything that I just said, I mentioned on a previous show that I go to this place. Do I have it on here? Did I not? Or did I take it off? Yeah, no. So I go to this place, Menards, right? All right? It's a store. And they do this promotion all the time. They say, this week, get 11% off everything. You don't, it's kind of like that. What you do is you have to take the receipt, you fill out a form, and then you have to send it in, and then they send you this thing in the form of a rebate check. You can use it at the store. So, if you need some stuff, you can go there, and it's pretty good. And I mentioned that, I'm really good at filling out the forms and mailing them, because I take a couple extra forms to fill out and take my receipt, put it in my left pocket. When I get back, I take it out, and it doesn't sit there. I fill it out, email address, everything, and put a stamp on it, send it in. Now, I get these checks back, and I always lose them. I can't find them. I get $30, $15, $7, and just so I mentioned this. It might have been the last show, actually, and it just so happens that I got a rebate check this week, and let's open it and see how much it's worth, huh? Any guesses? Any guesses? I don't think I spent a lot. Okay, it's not like I did some major remodeling, because this is it's like a Home Depot, this store, with things that maybe the quality's, it'll still work. Anyway, how much is this check for? I'm going to take a guess and say $8.91. I have no idea, because I don't even remember how much I spent. All I know is that I'm good at sending them, and I'm pretty confident I'm going to lose this before I spend it. I try and put it in and I swear I put a bunch in the door pocket of my car. They're not there. All right. Last chance for a guess. How much of a rebate can I spend? How much free money, if I don't lose this, can we spend at the store? Let's take a look. Ooh, not quite as much as I thought. $3.97 is all mine right there. I didn't spend much. And I sent it in a little over a month ago. Well, actually, about 5 weeks ago. So I filled it out, sent it in. Took 5 weeks to get this cardboard here that's worth almost $4 at the store. So, wow. I always need batteries. Just saying. I always need batteries. Okay, so, another thing. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving if you're in the United States. And did you pick up any Black Friday deals? I didn't, because I was actually, and I didn't take pictures. I wasn't thinking about it, but I did take a short video I'm going to show you. I went to the state of Nevada. In particular, well, if you've heard of Nevada, you may or may not, but you probably heard of Las Vegas. Las Vegas is in the state of Nevada. Now, I rented a car, and I drove about an hour and 15 minutes northeast of Las Vegas to a city called Mesquite, Nevada. Very close. I'm literally like on the Arizona border, and really short skip into Utah to visit my aunt and uncle for Thanksgiving. And I was gonna put a picture of them on there, but anyway, driving back to Las Vegas, I took a little quick video from the car I was driving. Let's you can see what it looks like. It's not much, but we'll check it out. Look at that. There's some mountains, and I kind of pan around. Look at that. Ooh, it's nice and sunny to my, let's see, towards the east, because I'm driving south. So, anyway, thank you so much to my aunt and uncle for having me as a guest at their beautiful home in an awesome city. an awesome city. And it's kind of cool. My uncle's the mayor. He's the mayor of Mesquite, Nevada. And my aunt is Mrs. Mayor of Mesquite, Nevada. So, all right, there's that. Okay, now, if you want to get a discount. So, sorry, hang on. I don't drink coffee. It's a hot chocolate. Okay, so if you live in a city that has a Guitar Center in it, Guitar Center is a cool store. I like their stores. They have a lot of stuff. Now, if you've ever been to online, if you're a musician, it's really from, but all sorts. If you're a musician, and Guitar Center sells much more than just guitars. The name's stuck, okay? Now, if you've ever been on a website called Musician's Friend, they have some pretty good deals on there. Now, if you order something from Musician's Friend, like I did, as a matter of fact, it might be here today, a Guitar Center and Musician's Friend, same company. Everything ships out of the same warehouse, same company, same everything. Okay, so Guitar Center will match some prices. Now, I make it easy on them because while I'm in line to check out if I'm getting something, I take a look and see how much it is at musiciansfriend.com because they price match something, but they always price match themselves because most people do not know that Musician's Friend and Guitar Center is the same company. So, of course, they have to match their own price. I'd say about 90% of the time. No, okay, how about this? I'd say, the majority of the time, Musician's Friend, their price is cheaper. I'd say 90% of the time. If you look on it, a Musician's Friend, right? It's a little cheaper. So if you don't have a Guitar Center where you are, and this is not any kind of endorsement or paid thing. It's just that I like to go to music stores a lot. What you can do is just go to Musicians. If you have a Guitar Center in the city you live in, I never buy anything without pulling out my iPhone and going to musiciansfriend.com and check the price. And wow, it's $20 cheaper on Musician's Friend. And I go to the counter and go. They're matching themselves. In other words, there's no comparison. It's a given. No, they might have to call for a manager to get approval. And I've done this, I don't know, countless times, and they have never said no because they know it's their company. So, little tip for you there: if you're looking for a bass guitar, drum set. Ooh, they got some good drum sets. Whatever. What I'm expecting today, and I think it might be here today. Very exciting. I ordered guitar strings. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, so go to music. Anyway, just a little tip for you. I was thinking about that. I thought I'd share that. Same company. Everything ships out of the same warehouse. And if you do have a Guitar Center near you, enjoy it because I think they're about to file for bankruptcy. All right, let's move on. Should we move on? Oh, let's take a look at this. This is interesting because, you know what? Yeah, we'll do that. So Apple AirPods. Do you have a pair of AirPods? I don't. Matter of fact, you know what though? I decided, sometimes I just have some little, earphones in, but I decided to wear these headphones today. These are Beyerdynamic DT990s. They've been making this headphone for over 20 years, and it is still regarded as one of the best sounding headphones that you can get. We did cover on a show different types of headphones. Of course, you have the earbuds, and then there are headphones that are, I'm looking to see if I don't think I have any. Actually, I probably do. Hang on. No. Oops. Sorry about that. So there are basically three types of headphones available. There's the earphones, of course, you put them in your ear, and then there's some like this, okay? And these are over the ear headphones, so they just fit over your ear, okay? So they rest right on your ear. So these are over the ear headphones. I'm not a big fan of over the ear headphones, but I keep them here for guests. What do they know? These are these are on ear. What am I talking about? Okay, these are on. I'm thinking of 12 different things at once. These are, so you have three kinds. Let's start over. You have the the ones that stick in your ear, the earbuds or whatever. Okay, then you have the on ear headphones. Okay, so this pad rests right on your your ear. That's right. They rest on your ear. So there's the earbuds. There's the on ear headphones, and then these are over the ear headphones. And this is my preference. And these particular, they have the most comfortable cushion in the world. You can, wow. So I'm not telling you to buy them or anything like that. I'm just saying that I decided to wear these today instead of the earbud thingies because while visiting my aunt and uncle, I think I lost. I gotta find all the other little, extra attachments there. All right, so enough of that. All right, let's move on because we're talking. I think we're going to talk Apple earbuds, were we not? Tell me if we were. Anyone? Anyone? No? Okay, well, I'm going to tell you about them anyway. Oh, you can see me looking, can't you? This thing wasn't going on. There we go. What happened there? All right. I was just pulling up my notes here so I can tell you, all about the Apple AirPods that are new, that are going to be coming out. All new design for 2020. Wireless charging model as well in the first quarter of next year. So that means next year between January and the end of March. They're going to be coming out with a wireless charging model. First part of next year. And then in 2020, all new design of Apple AirPods, which I don't own. And I don't know if I can get a review model or not, but I will say this. I will say that they seem to be highly regarded. I've talked to a lot of people who live where I live, and it's kind of cool. So I'm trying to get this thing to. It's not cooperating. Stand by. No. See if I can get this thing. No, I can't get it going. Oh, I'm going to do something else here because I want to tell you about these. I like. Okay, so first off, Bluetooth. When it comes to Bluetooth, so I consider myself an audio enthusiast, maybe not an audiophile. However, I always like music. To me, music always sounds best when it's plugged in. Of course, now it's pretty tough to do when you have a phone that won't accept it doesn't have an 1/8 inch little place to plug it in. So you have to remember that. But Apple is coming out. I like the idea of, so the current ones, wireless charging, and then later on, and then in 2020, new ones. So they are on track to be Apple's best growth product for the coming future. In other words, they're gonna, they sell a lot of phones, but these AirPods, they're doing it right, and they're going to be upgrading the current model with a wireless charging support, as I mentioned, early next year. A company called Kuo forecasts dramatic growth for AirPods, rising from 16 million. Apple sold 16 million of these in 2017 to over 100 million they are predicting by 2021. So that is some serious stuff. The new AirPods that are going to be coming out in 2020 I have a case that's a rigid flexiboard internal component upgrade, which will be a little bit more expensive to manufacture, but you never know. I love wireless charging. That will be cool as well. Let's get, of course, that's optional wireless charging case. Currently unavailable, but soon to be someday. And there's someone who they don't want to go into detail about the new redesign AirPods that are coming out in 2020, but 2020 seems so far away. So there's going to be a lot of rumors about that going around. But AirPower, there's Apple's coming out with something called an AirPower Mat, and kind of sounds like it's, you can hopefully put your phone on there as well to charge it, along with your new AirPods. I do want to get a pair of AirPods. I'm interested in that. I will say that I think Beats, Apple bought Beats headphones, right? And if you own a pair of Beats, you're not the only one. You probably have a lot of friends that own them. If you want, I could give you a recommendation on headphones, but there's so many. There's some interesting ones. I listened to a pair of $5,000, and it's not unusual. A pair of $5,000 headphones. That's crazy. Now, what's not crazy, and I think this is really fantastic that they're doing this, but Apple, especially right now because it's the holidays, if you have a mom or dad in the military right now and they're overseas or whatever, they're stationed somewhere, they're serving our country, and I think that's great. And if you were previously, if you know someone who's in the military, thank you so much for your service. And it's kind of cool that Apple just announced a military discount. All right. And Apple doesn't do. They usually just hold on to their pricing, and I can't. They are actually discounting iPhones and this and that. And now's the time to buy something Apple because it's a rarity. I'll tell you that. So whether you're active or a veteran, just in time here for the holidays, Apple announced the launch of an online store. Okay, got that? An online store offering a 10% discount off all products for active military and veterans. Apple has long offered education and student pricing discounts on various hardware offerings, but this is the first time they're doing it for military personnel. It's called the Military Personal Government Purchase Program. Oh, that's for the federal ones. Wow. Anyway, like the standard discount, it's an opt-in. The page features an opt-in. They want to check you out, make sure you're legit. From there, it will redirect you to a store page featuring the company's current lineup, and you'll get it at 10% off. And what I will do is I will put a link at kidfriday.com where you can go if you know someone who is in the military or was. I'll put a link there that'll take you to the correct place where you can sign up and then get that discount. I'll tell you, I have I get an Apple discount. You know what? Sometimes I forget to use it. So I have a business account with Apple, and depending on what the item is, the discount varies. For an iPad, I'm trying to scoot over here a little bit. For an iPad, I get 3% off. Whew. Wow, 3%. However, with other items, it goes up from there. So, but that's a business account that I use for my company, and I'm certainly appreciative of that. But boy, now I'm just telling you, if you want anything, I'm not trying to push Apple, but it's just popular. If you want anything, now's the time to get it, and if you can get a 10% discount, even better. I say no. Yeah? All right. Let's talk about, so Amazon, Amazon has a music service. Apple has a music service. If you listened or watched Kid Friday in the past, just about every show, it seems like I mentioned Spotify because that's what I have. That's what I use. But forget about that. Apple and Alexa. I was over at my friend Gene's house, and he said, Alexa, play whatever, and sure enough, boom, the song came on, and it grabbed it from, I think you can grab it from a couple places, but not Apple Music. And so now the story's changing. And to see these people, because again, they want to get you into their little, world of products. And now it's, hold on. Sorry about that. It's a little technical error on my end. Now they're actually playing nice. Maybe so. Knowing that, it makes me more optimistic to maybe I want to get an Echo, and because it'll work with other stuff, or maybe you never know, right? So the deal is this: is Apple Music is coming to Amazon Echo devices this month. All right, so they just announced. They just announced that the beginning of the week of December 17th that it's going to happen. Music is one of the most popular features on Alexa, says Dave Limp, who is the senior vice president of Amazon Devices, and he says, since we launched Alexa 4 years ago, customers are listening to more music in their homes than ever before. Says we're committed to offering great music providers to our customers, and since launching the Music Skill API to developers last month, we've expanded the music selection on Alexa. So there you go. API is, I believe, App Program Interface. App Programming Interface. It's basically what it is. It's for developers to develop an app made specifically for that. I think it's a good move by Amazon to do that because I think it will only increase sales of the Echo, and by doing so, Amazon is bringing you into their world. Last show we talked about Google Home. All right, so Google, they want you to be in their system. Samsung has one of their systems, and so for Amazon to allow other services, man, if I was at, I don't want to. Let's not talk strategy here, but for Amazon to allow other services to be a part of it, and then you wait like 2 years, and they're going to say we're discontinuing the support of Apple Music, but you can use Amazon Music. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying hypothetically. So it's like they could, but you already have the Echo. So you're going to say, all right, so push as many Echoes or whatever into people's homes is the whole idea. I know I saw on Black Friday there were a lot of hubs that were on sale. Google Play, the Google Home, I think, was $99, and there were a couple others out there as well. So, as I mentioned previously, what world are we going to live in? Are we going to live in a Google world, this world? Because they do like to sell you extra, expand your selection of devices that works with that. And I'm still. First off, what is I see this commercial for Google the Google Hub, right? Google Home, and on it tells you the date and the temperature. Doesn't Siri do that, or Android do that? Hey Siri, what time is it?
It's 5:37 p.m.
It's 5:37 p.m. Oh, and I reminded, check this out. Bonus camera from Studio 1A. Yeah, although it's getting dark out. Look at that. That is a view right out of Studio 1A. I forgot to show you that. Look at that. Is that a beautiful view? And occasionally, maybe we'll go back to that during the show. People walking across the bridge there. Kind of hard to see a little reflection right there. And hey, that's right out of Studio 1A's window of where we're located in an undisclosed. No, we're in uptown Minneapolis in Minnesota in the United States. It's cold here. And, I was in Nevada. It was nice and warm. My aunt and uncle have palm trees in their backyard. I come back to snow. Oof. Okay. Although I love skiing. It's always a lot of fun. All right. Enough of my rambling. Now you know Alexa is going to have Apple Music. And I think it's a good strategy overall. I really do. I think that's a smart move by these guys. Speaking of Amazon, I think this is an interesting move as well. Now, I've never seen one of these stores. Have you? Because I'm just curious if you have. Because it looks interesting to me, anyway. So the deal is this. Okay, this is slow. We're running slow, and they just upped the internet here to 90 up and 90 down. Amazon reportedly testing its cashless technology in larger stores. A larger store means more items to keep track of. Amazon Go. Have you seen it? Have you seen these stores? I have not. Amazon might be aiming to scale up its cashless stores, according to a report in the Wall Street Journal, which says the company is testing the technology in larger stores. In January, Amazon opened, I'm talking about this past January, Amazon opened its first cashless store in Seattle, which was followed by additional locations in Seattle, also Chicago and San Francisco. These stores use cameras and software to detect items that you're picking up and charges you them according allowing them to restock that product. So it knows right away, boom, restock. Okay. Amazon's existing stores are the size of a small convenience store and much smaller than your typical grocery store with fewer items to keep track of. With that said, Amazon delayed the rollout of some larger stores, and they wouldn't let more than 20 people inside at a time. Jeez. Wall Street Journal says Amazon has improved the software in these stores since they've opened, but apparently technology still has trouble in these bigger stores that they're checking out with higher ceilings and more products. So it's not like your normal checkout, right? So according to the report, Amazon's testing the technology in larger space format stores, like these big stores, like a Target or a Walmart, maybe not quite as big, but you're going to have a lot more products in them, right? So the sources say that its most likely application for this, what they're developing, this technology, is for Whole Foods. And last year, Amazon bought Whole Foods. And so you can go buy an Echo there and things like that at Whole Foods, and their overpriced produce. All right, it has said in the past that it does not plan to implement the technology in the stores. Of course, people's opinions can change. Amazon reportedly has big plans for its cashless stores, with plans to open as many as 3,000 stores by 2021. That would make it to compete about, with stores about the number of stores about the same as CVS, pharmacy, or Walmart. So they, in a few years, they could have, because you know what, they put so many businesses out of business that there's a lot of retail space out there. And I'm talking about Toys R Us, I'm talking about Sears, I'm talking about so many stores that have gone away. So there's a lot of there's a lot of empty space available, and Amazon could get it cheap, and they have a lot of money. So, interesting. This whole cashierless thing, though, I'm buying this, and I just walk out the store, and it sees it, and it charges me automatically. So, I like to see that in person. I'm going to Seattle to check it out. Get back to you with a report. Hey, let's go back to that. Let's go back to the bridge cam. Can we call it the Studio 1A bridge cam? What's going on out there? It's a little dark, a little reflection there. Beautiful sight. Not much happening. Boy, you should see it on the weekend, though. During the day, when we can actually see. We'll do that someday. Oh, sorry. All right. Didn't mean to do that. All right. So, is that all we have to talk about? Is that what I said we're going to talk about? Did I actually cover what we said we were going to talk about? I'm going to check my notes here, and I'm probably not, I'm going to say. Yeah, we did. We pretty much did. I'm going to show you one other thing. If you are looking for an Amazon product, and I may have showed this before or not. I'm just going to go to apple.com here and bring it over there. I'm going to go like, ding. Okay, and I'm going to just share my screen with you. That's pretty cool. Want to see what I want to see? Huh? Want to see? Okay, so this is apple.com. This is their homepage right now. Okay, so the iPhone 10, and by the way, I was at the Apple store the other day. I had a Genius Bar appointment, and I confirmed it's the Apple 10. Because I said, because there's still people calling it the X, which I still do sometimes. I don't know. It is the Apple 10. And actually, I asked, and let me come back to me for a second, because I actually asked this guy who, I asked someone who worked there, I said, tell me, what's the hot product? Is there like one item that people are coming in for the holidays they really, got to have? And seemed very honest, really, really nice guy. He said, they just come in. There's really nothing that stands out. They sell a lot, but a lot of. First off, don't buy any accessories there. They're overpriced. Okay, but phones, the new iWatch 4. I was talking with him about that, and amazing stuff. The iPhones, of course, and they still sell the iPhone 7, 8S as well. And you remember the iPhone 10 came out last year, and now the new ones are the 10S and the 10S Max. So, and the 10R, which is the least expensive of the new phones. So, okay, so I'm sorry. So let's go back and take a look at the Apple page here. And we're going to scroll down, and if you scroll to the bottom of the page, okay, ooh, look at that. Ooh, that's some eye candy, as they say. All right, so if you go to the bottom of the page, and let me take my little painter here and take a look, and I'm looking. For some reason, I can't see too well today. All right, here we go. So if you look right here, I can't do it on there. What am I talking about? I wonder if I can do it on here. Can I? I think I can. Okay, this is much better. If you look right there, okay, I'm going to underline it. They have a section called refurbished and clearance. All right, refurbished and clearance. And the thing with the refurbished and clearance stuff is this. The prices are less than a new item. And everything that they sell, like if you buy a refurbished iPhone from Apple, they automatically put a new battery in it and a new outer case. Looks like a brand new phone. I have ordered I ordered something refurbished, and it was great. And it comes with the full 1-year warranty, which is definitely something that is a plus. So if you're looking for, there's deals out now on phones. But any time of year, you can check that out. I'm gonna go back here, and we'll click on that and see what. And they even sell unlocked phones now, which is pretty wild. So there you go. There's a lot of sources. I saw on eBay that you can buy some phones for pretty cheap, and some of them come with like a 3-month warranty. I guess I would prefer to do that, go through Apple, and that way. And they, you know what? When you buy from them, they, for some reason, I get the feeling they treat you a little nicer. Not that anyone's mean. Okay, so let's check out. I know the prices still look ridiculous, but okay. So refurbished iPad, Wi-Fi, 32 gigs, space gray, 6th generation, $279. So you can get that. It's refurbished, but they put a new battery in. They put a new outer case on. Of course, they make sure there's no cracks in the glass or anything. It looks like they look brand new. So if you're ever, just a little tip there, if you're ever, looking for a deal on an Apple device, you might want to check out their refurbished program way at the bottom of the page, and I'll point it out for you again. Only because I'm a good guy and I want you to, I always try and find the best deal. I hate to overpay. And so it is under, well, we already have that, but right here, just right there, refurbished and clearance. Ooh, I've never seen, it used to be just refurbished. Now they have clearance on there as well. So something to check out. If you're looking for the best deal. I love the military discount as well. Gotta love that, don't you? I think so. So, one more thing for you. Now, I had so many other things to talk about, and I forgot. But I will say this. I went to the Apple Store because I don't know what happened. And you better back up everything you have because, and I kid you not, I use Time Machine to back up my hard drives. And, okay, I put little notes on this. This one right here, this external hard drive, look at that. I put a note on there. It says, bad. I wrote, bad. Good luck. Okay? That's what I wrote on that. And we checked all these at the Apple Store. This one will not back up to Time Machine. I need to get the data off of that ASAP. This one, it says move some data, so I don't have access to all the data. There's a problem with this, okay? But wait, there's more. This one says full. It says get everything off. That's my note. I said, do you have Post-it notes or something I can just put on these? Because you're telling me all this stuff, and I have so many drives, I'm going to get confused. So that's that. And that's my messy one. Now the guy who was helping me, really, really good guy, he actually wrote this very nice, so I can read it. And it says, Time Machine is getting errors often related to the backup drive being full. We should try a reinstall to resolve. If not, then erase and install. I'm going to get everything off of this before I erase and install. This is like one of my main backup drives. The thing is, if you use Time Machine, if your drive is getting full and you're doing another backup, Time Machine is supposed to delete your furthest away backup to make room so the new backup can take place. It's not happening for me. Hold on, and I'm not making this up. This one right here is included. Okay. Every single one, something doesn't add up. if none of these back up, if there's a problem, I don't know. And then there's this one too. It was in a little pouch. There's this one, okay? So, and it just happens to be sitting here at Studio 1A. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, here's 7. And I'll, so I got problems. I went and bought a couple drives today, but you have to understand that, for example, these 3 drives, they're all 4 terabyte each. Okay, 4 terabyte is a lot of stuff. I deal in video files, not Kid Friday video files. Well, I mean I do, but I deal with video files that are so important that you have to keep the master file. And so I put it on 3-4 different drives. I have another drive that's plugged into my MacBook Pro right now that is also included. There's a time machine problem. I don't know if it had to do with an update or what, but I was freaking out, and now I am again. So I went and bought 2 4 terabyte drives, and I want to make sure I get the most important stuff out. Now, speaking of discounts, I was at Best Buy today. I think I mentioned that earlier. And I got a couple drives. Now, Best Buy, keep this in mind, they match Amazon, okay? However, it has to be sold by Amazon, and it has to be in stock. And I grabbed a couple drives that are similar to this. And although I didn't save a ton of money, I saved about $35. It was worth it, and you don't need to check with anyone. Just bring it up to the cashier, say, yeah, I want to match Amazon, and they look it up on their own phone or tablet or whatever, and they confirm it, and then they don't have to ask for a manager or anything like that. They just pop it in there. So I got the new drives that I got. They're Western Digital, 4 terabyte each, and I got them for, what are they, $99. $99 each. So there you go for an external drive. But I got a lot more drives. I'm looking at, it's crazy. All right, we're going to wrap things up. And so go to kidfriday.com if you're interested in that military discount. We'll have a link to where someone can sign up and take advantage of that. 10% off at an Apple store? Really? I mean, it's pretty rare, and it's a great thing. So I commend them on that. Commend Amazon for allowing Apple Music, into their ecosystem, into their world. And I thank you, because without you, there'd be no Kid Friday. And please tell your friends about Kid Friday. Spread the word. Join our Facebook page and write something on there, something goofy so we can read. We can read what you wrote. Or if you have a question about something, right? A lot of times I see questions like, should I buy it now or should I wait? And I will say this, it's a good time of year to buy now. Almost not everything, but certainly Apple stuff, because that stuff never goes on sale, so I'm surprised. So there you go. This is a 2018 Kid Friday production, all rights reserved. Viewed in over 200 countries, 219 last I checked. This is for personal use only. You want me to read the disclaimer for you? I have it somewhere. I don't know exactly where it is. If I had it in front of me, I would. And I don't. So just, share Kid Friday with your friends. All right? We'll have a lot of fun. Write into us. Do whatever. Let's have a good time, and let's learn about technology. And before we go, I keep forgetting because this is the first time I've done it. Let's go to the Studio 1A Bridge Cam. Is that what we called it? The Bridge Cam? That's a live shot there. Ooh, I think I see somebody walking across the bridge. How exciting is that? All right. We will talk to you on the next. I did it again, though. I did it again. I go to one camera, and then I just turn it off. Let me see. If I go to the bridge cam, and there we go, and then just come back to me, a little black there, but it worked. Okay. Hey, listen, we're going to try kicking out some Kid Fridays a lot more. Just had some correspondence with a guy named Bobby, who I went to school with, who's one of the funniest guys I've ever known. He is. And if you're a Kid Friday, you know, anytime we have a guest on here, I just like to beat him up, right? You know, embarrass him or do something. So, in a fun way. Totally in a fun way. All right. We'll talk to you on the next show. We like to end with the beginning. And there you go. See you on the next Kid Friday.
Hit it, hit it, hit it.
Oh! Let's get this party started.
Yeah,